Sorry about that. Let's see. You need to change the do that. Cardboard. Why does it say I'm not live? Okay, no, I am live. That's good. You want to uh, um, Okay. Uh, okay. Oh. I know it's just the one, but we need to properly close it first. Okay. Uh, 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 131, right? 132. Also, this is the wrong category. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh. Uh, hmm. Uh, uh, personal action. I'm gonna set this at a 750 because it's more about improving what you already have rather than trying to. That. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, yeah. Uh, okay. Uh, 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 okay. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. The okay. Uh, Okay. Uh, 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 God, this is going to be like so much overkill. I'm bumping this up to a flat 1,000. It's still going to be like huge overkill, but uh, 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 okay. Uh, okay. You don't get Yanjing right now. Oh, wait, no, you do get familiar. You also get crafting assistant. I was thinking you don't get crafting assistant, but I'm gonna say you don't, just because you're currently not making anything. You're just planning stuff. Uh, oh, what? What? What's complaining? Uh, 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 uh. Somewhere in here. Uh, 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 no. Is it the space that was glitching things out? Oh, that's where it is. Painting. Uh, yeah, okay. It should be like plus zero or something. Uh, hmm. Plus, I don't know, four? But plus zero? Uh, uh, personal 48 100. Okay. Uh, 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 need something to clear my brain a little bit while I'm working on these. 31 Uh, uh, Wait, what's the alchemy like actual score? 11. 1034. Okay. 4. So up by 5. Oh, perfect. Uh, 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 hmm. The celebrations following Ilikai's uh, work. The summoning of Ilikai. Uh, particular. The uh, okay. Uh, hmm. Rock Lucifer. Um. While the majority Oh gods, I just realized I don't have my chat visible. Uh, 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 okay. Uh, okay. The people celebrating are uh, peasants and those that will directly benefit from the now far more fertile land. Um, there are also areas that are uh, what more restrained, uh, populated by merchants and who will see the secondary benefits from the improved yield and um, and the political political cachet political cash. Uh, that comes from being the first nation to apply the mass, um, say the apply a large scale, say an industrial scale magical working since the fall of the Empress. Um, okay. uh, 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 because you no, uh, Jin shrugged. Perhaps at first. Um, but but the process growing your own reservoir energy also helps in your mastery of yourself. It so the I'll say it doesn't do much for you find yourself among small um so you find yourself sat on uh, open air terrace of a tea house um, um, of a multi-story tea house with a number of local um, discussing the implications of the magic. So the improved, the projected improved yield. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. Uh, 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 per, improve yield and possibly the export of, I'll say the expansion into new markets as a result of improved uh, supplies, a number of magical reagents. Uh, you are even able to share of the possible implications of um, Illikai's summoning and eventually um, help uh, clarify some of the likely outcomes of some, the true scale of benefits the god would say that um, the spirits actions would have on local production. Um, on top of some new trading allies, you find that by the end of the night, a number of people are much more comfortable around. Connections gets a rank up. Uh, as does political presence. Because people are starting to realize that what you did was hard. Let's see. Uh, 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 now that you're healed, as you review your plans once again, you realize just how much is possible now that you have um, uh, a stock of pre-made uh, uh, tiles aboard, so in the hold of the sea spray. Um, the real question is how much of it you wish to implement. Uh, the simplest solution would be to um, uh, create uh, the simplest uh, the existing plan is fine, uh, at least within the bounds of what you promised. You tile the pool of water uh, that would be constructed, uh, set up some simple enchantment to link them together and chill the water within. However, um, given that you no longer have tiptoe around uh, a massive injury in your soul, you can now not only connect the uh, how uh, okay. Now connect the enchantments together, but actually build on them. In truth, the simplest solution would, sorry, the most straightforward aspect of this would be to produce something akin to the um, something. The most straightforward of aspect of this would to produce something akin to the uh, okay. Wait, what format am I in? The hell? How the hell did I do that? Eh? I am somehow in no category. uh, oh, I didn't know that this was a category. We're going with that. I did not know that this was a category. So this is going to be my new starting category. Uh, 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 the most straightforward aspect of this, if you produce something akin to the astral abyss back home. This this would create. Sorry, this would this would mean that but of the pits would largely be limited by how much how quickly they could load and unload water from the pits, um, and um, and um, would likely be somewhat more dangerous than otherwise. It would be an amazing demonstration of your magic, though, and as long as the operators acted with some measure of care, it would be a much more effective ice factory for it. Another option would be to modify the ice factory entirely. You over looked over the correspondence surrounding the structure in the process of being built, and you have and you suspect that with your say with the supply of abyssal abyssal tiles, you could create a structure that would be able to freeze a continuous stream of water into something approximating a glacier that could be mined. Let's say to produce as much ice as is desired. Though it would probably need the Hey Gypsy, how's it been? It's been a while. I'm participating in the Pirate Software Game Jam, so I'm going to be doing that after I finish the update for today. Also, I've discovered a new category in Twitch, which has revealed to me what this thing, so where I should have been in these last few months. Yeah, there is a category on Twitch called what do you call it? Reading and say writing and reading. That's just there. And that covers exactly what I'm doing in these updates, so it's a much more accurate description of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, uh, there would probably need to be that reminds me, I need to update these. Uh, They'll probably need to be partially uh, exposed and managed as a part of the uh, no worries, no worries. Mm. Uh, they'll probably need to be partially exposed and managed as part of that. Yeah, it would technically be safer than the than putting people in proximity of the putting people in proximity of the um uh, or at least safer from say, or at least in less danger from your own magic. You just so you uh so as you begin theorize theorizing about creating a localized permanent winter, you decide that you have been going a little too far. But yeah, what have you been up to, by the way? Like you said, last minute shifts and stuff, but I'm assuming you've had some time, even if you haven't been able to do much on the computer. Let's see. Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Uh, uh, you need to establish reasonable approach. Uh, you can deliver more, but there is no need to uh, go off here, especially since it isn't within your contract. Create means, sorry, um, use the system, interlink, where we go, harmonize the tiles for faster freezing, and perhaps integrate, say, plan. Hey Zed, how you doing? Have you already had dinner? Harmonize the tiles for fast freezing, perhaps plan for subdividing, dividing. Yeah, I'm planning on doing this one alone, so I'm gonna see how that goes. Into whatever their standard block size is. Go all out within reason, at least, and try for the. So the where is it's in Word, isn't it? The topic is you are the weapon, right? That's the thing for it. I'm planning on trying to see if I can do a 3D tactical fighter. That's like um, the idea is that you've got uh, this um, you've got this sort of like um, disembodied like upload mind that is riding along in this team of uh, like I haven't decided if they're going to be like I think mechanical or magical, but I think I'm like definitely going for something solid, not something based on genetics. Um, system that is fighting against this like plagues, like this outbreak of something, and as you progress through fights, you can pick up from your last enemy, um, some sort of upgrade. So and so you have this sort of mechanic around keeping one of the biggest threats alive so that you can harvest their power, right? Um, and you like build out a kit and you keep trading and building up your skills until you are as you progress through the system until you eventually like die. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a game design document for it at the end of for the second part of the stream today. We're not doing XCOM, but yeah. Also, I found a new Twitch category, which is reading and writing, which I didn't know existed until today. And that's what I'm going to be trying to go for all of my updates. Go all out within reason at least and try for the glacier approach. That system promises to be fairly easy to to be achievable and makes good use of the progress thus far. Sure thing. By the way, have you had a chance to do any more drawing? I know you wanted to. Okay. Okay then. Uh. 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 Hmm. I need to reset my brain a little bit. So perhaps too much. Um. Uh. It wasn't. If you upload faster. Okay. It doesn't help much. It does help with your ability to process more information at the same time, effectively allowing you to do a number. It is a skill you need to, but it does help with a number. Say help with a great deal of the. Okay. Uh. Hmm. Uh. Uh. Hmm. Uh. With your time in you coming to an end, you need to start considering your plans for how long. The both cities, both of uh, cities that have mission. Uh, Mm. Oh, that is such a better idea. Um, uh, uh, okay. Oh, you have commissioned. Will this have commissioned you for the ice factory? We'll be looking get as much out of you possible. Figure out how to ensure uh give them to see if you can arrange a meeting with both representatives at the site of ice. Of the two options, technically, you could get away with heading to Cal first. This so the nearer city has a built-in excuse for being the first stop on your journey. And okay. Uh, okay. Uh, 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 sorry, with uh lentil. Okay. Uh, right. In plentiful supplies, you continue your experiments and are beginning. Uh, uh, let's see. Uh, 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 plentiful supplies. Continue your experiments and are beginning to see what Genji was on about. Um, Substances are indeed complex things. With a number of materials. Uh, you have seen being able. Sorry, with and with effort. You are able to decompose a number of once of substance you once considered pure and transform them into other similar substances. Um, as of now, your skill in the subject is still uh, uh, hmm, uh, 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 As in I still what you are. Minor transmutation. Minor transmutation. Rank 2 1.1 plus O. When inserting graph, you know enough, so you are able to decompose and re and decompose various materials and and use the products to produce um, similar similar substances. However, your skill in the area still relative minor, and you can only manage small quantities and the breadth breadth of your knowledge on what can be turned into what is still unclear. However, some things you are able to do include the the uh, manipulation of wood grain to hide themes and uh, uh, welding small areas of metal together in a manner that uh, okay. Uh, uh, okay. Uh, the manner that can make uh uh multi-part constructs seem as though they were forged from a single uh area. Um, Word. Review, spelling, grammar. Quantities. Open voting. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to use the restroom and then we will get to the game design document. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Uh. Wait, no, I forget something. Okay. Okay. Um. 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 Okay. Uh. 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 Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. Uh. Uh. Okay, 1 second. God, my brain is just like not braining. Okay. Uh. Hmm. Okay. Um. 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 Where's my thingamajig? Okay. So this is based on the Mass Flux one. Haven't come up with a name of it, but let's get over that. Insert title graphic. Okay. Um. Title. Uh. Is a game centered around form of a set of around a rogue light. I'm gonna say rogue like. Wait, do I want it to be a rogue? Rogue like. Um. Um. Power fighter system. So power um system. Um. Oh, actually, no. I have an idea. Roguelike tactical fighter system. The idea being that you are fighting as a I think this works. Sleeved warrior. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. Being deployed into incursion site, a location where enemies leave the warrior for for the quality side of leave warrior um of of battle. Uh, okay. Robot. Each you fight your opponent in a 1v many scenario where um your opponents try and um uh deny you resources, but you can spend few moments of focus to try and loot a body. Um, 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 okay. Uh, um, 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 however, looting a body leaves you open long enough that your opponents can target you. Um, it is only really reasonable to loot the last enemy. I need to shrink, like summarize this pitch further, but yeah. Um, 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 uh, um, uh, um, in order to sorry, to make significant progress, you need to um, um, target in order to make a significant. You need to keep a major enemy alive, so you can shoot them at the fight. Um, Inspiration, uh, prototype slash Mega Man. This class of games centers around the idea of gaining new powers from your enemies. I'm gonna say prototype rather than Mega Man. And, prototype in particular uh, uh, permits you to get powers from any enemy as opposed to just the boss enemies, which is a particular focus of this game. Um, I'm gonna say um, XCOM and the many games inspired by it have a mechanic surrounding the capture of various enemy types. Um, a process of which is often far more difficult than simply uh, um, 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 simply uh, defeating them and the process of keeping an enemy alive so that you can capture them often makes you vulnerable to other avenues back, often more than uh, each dungeon that the okay, um okay um okay uh, um, each dungeon that the player randomly generated with a in room system that selects from a number uh, uh, um, okay. Hmm. Okay. Um, um, okay. Um, um, uh, uh, um, uh, uh, um, um, with um, room selecting a number of random selections, selecting a number of populating the space with a number of random options on a set of fixed okay. Um prototype uh XCOM arc. Copy image link. Okay. It's love to be played on a web browser, tested with Firefox and Brave. Godot. What version am I running? So I think I'm running like 4.3 or some shit. Yeah, 4.3. 4.3 as the game engine. Blender for the oh, I forgot to change my topic. Code software. I'm gonna send this back by like at least 20 minutes or so. I think that's when. Yeah, 27 minutes. I guess I can knock that back to 35. Oh. But you are able to some interesting. So you're able to do some interesting things that you didn't that beyond the limits. For me. Okay. Thank you. Armish is quite good. Thank you, Armish. Blender for the modeling. Single player, tactical, combat. Okay, I need to think about this part more. Let me think. Let's see. Uh, 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 gameplay concept. Gameplay overview. The player controls a robotic avatar that holds the remains. So that holds. So that can be upgraded from the using parts looted from enemy robots. Um, okay. 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 Uh, 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 the player controls robotic avatar that can be parts looted from enemy robots. These parts have these parts have say are dynamically generated various classes of enemies will hold specific parts. Um, each enemy is armed with self destruct in an attempt to prevent you from looting. And the process of looting something um, takes long enough that um, looting something takes long enough that um, if there are other enemies, you risk serious injury. So you risk major damage. And this is you are oh well. You risk major damage to your You risk major damage to your. Okay. You risk leaving yourself open to their attacks. Hey, well, Mari, how you doing? I'm currently working on my GDD for my submission to the Pirate Jam 15 uh, game. Sorry, Pirate Jam 15 thing. The theme is you are the weapon, and I have this idea for this sort of like looter shooter kind of thing. Like, well, I guess that is a better thing than whatever nonsense that I was trying to say. Single player tactical looter shooter. But the idea is you are like this mind in a robot that is being sent to fight off these automated robots that are in this area, and as you as you kill them, they will self-destruct. But in that period of time between the robot being between killing the robot and the self-destruct going off, you can loot them for parts that you can use to upgrade yourself. And while you're say so yeah, and if you so the reason that this system is there is to kind of um, incentivize the process of um, upgrading, like, what do you call it? Incentivize the process of um, like keeping the biggest threat on the battlefield alive at the end of the fight, so that when you're looting them, there's nothing else there to kill you. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the idea that I have for this game. Um, Risk leaving yourself open to their attacks. Um, each remaining arm will self-destruct to attempt to prevent you from looting it, and the process of looting something is long enough that there are other means to their attacks. However, ooh, yeah. However, this system is intended to incentivize you to yeah, but like the two things I want to do in this game is I want to see if I can do this alone. So I'm going to be relying a lot on like assets I grab from Humble Bundle and a few other places, in order to do stuff like music and all that kind of thing. And the other thing is, I want it to be in 3D, right? Because I want to learn more about like animation cycles and all of that in 3D. So yeah, the system is intended to incentivize you to um, keep the biggest threat alive, in order to be able to scavenge scavenge the best loot at the end of the fight. Theme interpretation, you are the weapon. Uh, Weapon. The player is acting, say, does not see value in the avatar character, uh, discarding parts of them selves in order to progress further, and often uh, putting themselves in more danger for the purpose of uh, succeeding at the mission. Within the context of a looter shooter, um, the player is acting as a weapon on multiple levels. Uh, on a mechanical, say on a thematic level, uh, the player character is a robot that integrates various damage dealing parts on a base level. Um, on a more thematic level, the player is acting, so is a disposable asset being used to uh, deliver destruction, often uh, without care for itself, and something that will be upgraded with time. On a lore level, it is revealed over time through various hints that even the mind within the robot is sacrificed when the um, when the alien, so when the body it finally dies. Specifically, each so at after each fight, a text, so within the scope of the within the scope of the uh, jam, um, uh, status prompts on the side of the screen uh, will note commit uh, being being uh, pushed after each after each successful fight. Looting. Uh, a downed enemy has a timer during which they can be looted, and while they are looted, um, they can. Okay. And what? And while being, while looting, the player character is immobile and unable to attack, leaving them uh, uh, okay. Because it would be like ranged attacks. Oh, I guess that would be a use. That is a useful thing. Range attacks. Let's see. Range attacks. The primary uh means of attack are through range that can be scavenge from enemies for upgrades with various elemental. Uh oh. Environmental. Dangers. The player say the environment may contain spaces that are um The environments may are that require uh, certain modules to traverse. Um, Lacking these modules may make the uh, which uh, can inform player loot choice. Uh, Depleting depleting armor. Uh, Player armor modules will slowly deplete uh, and need to be replaced with looted modules in order to regain health. This incentivizes a variety of so this um this encourages a certain tactical a certain strategic mindset uh when when selecting uh uh when selecting um what enemies to secondary mechanics uh turrets a means of producing um limited allies. These turrets these turret modules can be looted and deployed to create uh, static sources of damage that target the nearest enemy. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. Uh, Any other secondary mechanics? Boost modules? Certain modules contain one time boost, say one time buffs, and take up slots that may otherwise be useful for um, uh, okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Uh, 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 um, that may be otherwise useful in exchange for short-term augments that burn out. Uh, uh, the in order to remain in line with the you are say with the weapon themes, um, the overall design language is military industrial. The construction of the box um, are say, are blocky and uh, okay. Okay. Uh, are there any things that are not properly sealed? Nope. Don't know what's up with that. Blocky and uh, uh, have minimal move lines. A very industrial approach where each bot is each bot and weapon is designed to look very clearly military. Okay, something I can pick up from a humble bundle or some other source. HUD overlay with okay. Uh, Stick and trigger with buttons for secondary effects. Plus bindable. Mouse. I don't know. 20th? Not started. I'm gonna say this is Wednesday. We're gonna set this one to be next week. Room assets. Okay. Okay. Code basic movement and walk loops. Today I said Jan 22nd, right? So let's set the Jan 23rd. UI main menu. Looting. Okay. Okay. Coding. Looting. Weapon animation. Looting, weapon animation. Uh, uh, hmm. Okay. Okay. Uh, 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 hmm. Hmm. Alternate player movement modes. Um, environmental player interactions. Room generation. Music. Uh, UI lore elements. Uh, uh, okay. UI lore elements, sound effects. Yeah, pause menu makes sense. No level select. Maybe hub world. I'm gonna delete these. So uh, okay. We're setting this to be the 30th. Um, uh, okay. Uh, if we have extra time, settings, uh, more level elements. Mhm. Uh, uh, non-standard room ships. Uh, set keyboard. Okay. What would work? Let's think of um, oh, actually, we'll call it assimilate. Uh, okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, Hmm. Okay. Roguelike. Uh, say assimilate is a roguelike looter shoot say uh tactical say tactical looter shooter with strategic elements. The assimilate is a tactical looter shooter with strategic elements. The goal is to progress as deep as possible into the procedurally generated space into mines. Procedurally generated complex where you clear out an infestation of uh, out of control out out of control out of control combat robots upgrading upgrading clear out an invasion of combat robots upgrading yourself from say with their parts you do so. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Okay. Is extremely to attack. Uh, uh, okay. Hey. Ooh. Okay. Simulate is a roguelike tactical looter shooter with strategic elements. The goal is to progress as deep as possible into the procedurally generated complex, where you clear out an invasion of combat robots, upgrading yourself with their parts as you do so. Each dungeon is randomly generated with each room populating space with a number of random options and a set of fixed layouts. These spaces are externally sourced music. I think I saw a humble bundle. Uh, hmm. It does not see the value in that. Characters discard parts of themselves in order to progress further in the list of destroying the within the context of looter shooter, the players acting as a levels in the base of the character. It's the robot that includes various parts. On a more thematic level, the player is a disposable asset used to deliver destruction, often without care for itself or something that will be upgraded with time. Lower level is real. Damn status problems. Screen will note a commit key. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to clean that up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Ideally, some sort of grungy, industrial. Okay. Uh, see. Uh, but no. Okay. So I think target audience is something else I can do. With uh straightforward, yeah, gameplay loop with immense amounts possible variation. The intent is to create a game that is of interest to players of things like wave-based survival games, and uh, people who enjoy a more uh, uh, while providing uh, more um, involved experience. Okay. Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Uh, 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 I think everything else. Hey Kate, I'm currently working on my game design document for my submission for Pirate Jam 15 or Pirate Jam 16. Um, Basically, I'm trying to create this. So the idea is that it's this game where you play as a robot and you're going into this like enemy complex, and the enemies are robots like you, and you can loot them for parts. And the thing about integrating those parts into you is it leaves you really vulnerable. And during this time, if someone attacks you, they are very likely to kill you. However, so this means that like in order to get the best parts, the law and like when you're loot, say the enemies have like a self-destruct that goes off a little while after they die. But the thing about that is, because there is only like this time frame in which to loot them, and the fact that you're really vulnerable while looting, it means that you want to keep the strongest enemies alive until the end of the battle, or sacrifice better loot for a safer progression through the game. So you've got this sort of like balance of this sort of balance system where you're trying to simultaneously upgrade yourself, but also and like it really like incentivizes playing at the cost of yourself. Like your because part of the things that say because of some of the things you loot include the enemy armor and stuff, it means that taking damage now in exchange for a better loot later is a more is like a better like tactical solution. And then you also have to figure out, okay, what things am I looting? Like, am I keeping the tracks? Am I swapping to the hovercraft bottom? Am I switching to the little like say the little hover jets and all of that? So yeah, so basically you get this system where you have like a limited number of slots, and based on those slots you have to fight off different enemies and collect different things. So like fight off different enemies, and you can survive, you can handle different environments better, and you need to figure out like which enemies you're taking down in what order. And it's like a whole, you're managing all of your enemies, and you are like you're the weapon, not only in the sense that you are sorry you're the weapon, not only in the sense that you are like the actual robot that's killing stuff, but also that you're really incentivized towards a very offensive playstyle, because like taking out the big enemies first is problematic. Trying to conserve your armor is not really worth it because you're gonna loot armor from the other guy anyways, and like all of this stuff that's coming in from the system. And like as you go deeper, the procedurally generated weapons get better. So the way I'm thinking about it is that there are like 3 or 4 different styles of weapons, and like the idea is that you have a mech that is so your robot is basically, you have your feet area, which is like either tracks or rotors or legs or whatever else um, um, that allows you to move. Then you have in your arms, you have 2 weapon systems, and you can swap out ranged weapon systems for like short range weapon systems or like different elemental weapon systems. And then on your back, you have a slot for like a deployable turret or a bomb or something like that. And your head is like your sensor module. And that will allow you to, that will like change the fog of war around your player. So that's kind of the thing that I'm going for swappable parts as you progress through the system, as you progress through the game. And like the idea is to just like aim for about each battle taking about 10 to 15 minutes tops. And there'll be like something like maybe like 2 to 3 boss mobs and a bunch of minion mobs. And like minions do have something worthwhile. Like they might have just like they might just have a weapon system, or they might just have they might have like a boost module, right? Like one class of enemy has like if you loot it, a speed boost that allows you to, for a short while, like double your speed and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm currently trying to finish as much of the game design document as I can, but some of the things are things that I can't do because it needs mock-ups from the game. So this is from the template that I'm referring to, but you can see I've changed all of these things. These weren't there in the original template. Yeah, so the idea is I want to make this a 3D game, so I learn more about handling animations and all of that in 3D. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to have like this modular design for upgradability and all of that. Thank you. But yeah. How to overlay with pseudo military theme and readout of various lore relevant messages that randomly are generated. Okay. Simulate is a roguelike tactical looter shooter with strategic elements. The goal is to progress as deep as possible into the procedure, generally complex, as you clear out an invasion of combat robots, upgrading yourself with parts as you do so. This class of game centers around the idea that as with many games of this kind, the main character gains powers over the course of the story. Prototype in particular permits you to gain powers from any enemy as opposed to just the bosses, which is a focus is a particular point of allows get powers from any enemy instead of just the bosses, which point of inspiration. Okay. XCOM and minigames inspired by it have a mechanic surrounding the capture of various enemy types, the process of which is often more difficult than defeating them, and which is often more difficult than defeating them normally. And the process of keeping an enemy alive so that you can capture them often makes you vulnerable to further. Okay. Each dungeon the player is sent into is randomly generated each from populating the space a number of random options and set of fixed layouts. These spaces are populated with various obstacles and environmental dangers. Okay. Bundle with something useful. Okay. Let's see. With straightforward gameplay loop with immense amounts of possible variation, the intent is to create a game that is of interest to players. Things like web-based survival games are providing more involved experience. Restricted from enemy robots. Various classes of enemy. Application. Player does not see the Uh, uh, okay. Okay. Modular room. Thumbs. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. The simulated robot temple. Oh, that's something else I can do. Number of okay, certain modules have weight restrictions. Certain movement modules have a weight restriction on the additional additional equipment they support. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. Uh, uh, mm, uh, 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 okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Uh, let's see. Uh, uh, okay. 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 Uh, uh, hmm. Uh, uh, Okay. Okay. I'm going to see if there is an grungy um sound effect pack. Something appropriately for uh killer robots who sound like might even do some Foley of my own if I have the time. Okay. I think that's all I'll be able to do right now. Okay. Uh, uh, good old movement server recalculate from code. Navigation. B. Uh, hmm. Uh, Hmm. Uh, the Did I miss anything? I want this to be as like far done as possible. Okay. Uh, 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 mm, think that's all. Yeah, nothing else I can do right now. Not without uh significantly more work later.